Hi, this is Knuckles Dawson and Rooster Teeth, and I'm going to show you how to unlock the silent but deadly achievement for On the Rain-Slick Precipice of Darkness, Episode 1. This achievement requires you to beat the final boss without using any healing items. First off, you're going to want to have all your inventory maxed out prior to going into battle, specifically the hot toddies and dynamite, as those are the weaknesses for the silent one and give an extra dose of damage. You'll also want to have all your support items maxed, especially your lightning juice, tectonic brand strength beverage, double mild weak sauce, and siege brand armor eater. We're also going to take a look at the dossier for the silent one so you have an idea of what we're dealing with here. He has 45,000 hit points, which at first glance is daunting, but will be taken care of easily. He also has the aforementioned weaknesses to hot toddies and dynamite. Once you have all your inventory in order, you can approach the silent one to start the battle. You'll also want to have all your support characters charged, where you can arrange in the first wave of mimes you fight before taking on the boss. All you need to do there is let them attack and do 2 points of damage while your support meters fill, and once that is done, finish them off. The boss's first move is always using an attack boost item on himself, so keep that in mind because you're actually going to want to use the double mild weak sauce on him so he only ever does single digit damage for the majority of the battle. If you get initiative, use that attack first. If you roll a 20, use your special attack. Otherwise, we're going to be using items, regular attacks, and our support characters. The first thing you're going to do is use all your hot toddies, explosive clown noses, and dynamite sticks. These will string into a combo that increases your attack power, as well as keep the silent one from getting a chance to attack. Once you run out, queue up an attack if ready, or use a support character to keep the flow of battle in your favor. Keep this going until you use all 3 support characters, and once you're just about to lose your string, hit him with the double mild weak sauce and try to block as much as possible. Something to keep in mind about items is that they have first priority over all other actions, regardless of the order you selected them. That means that if you queue up an attack with Gabe, then have Tycho use the tectonic brand strength beverage on Gabe, the item will be activated first and Gabe's attack power will be increased before he throws blows. Conversely, this can be used on the silent one to ensure that his attack power is always reduced by a double mild weak sauce before he attacks you. So right now, we just used Thomas Kempler as a support character, and even though he only did 1 damage, he did keep the combo going in our favor and allowed our characters to recharge their attacks. We're also going to throw an Anarchy here, and we'll have done just about 10,000 points of damage, and as such, that will bring the silent one down to his second form, and he hasn't even done an attack on us yet. We still have a couple more attacks in the queue here that we're going to use, and then after that we're going to throw in Fuchsia, our final support character that we have currently charged. Now that we've exhausted all of our attack items and here our final support character Fuchsia, you want to pay extra close attention to the health bar of the silent one to make sure that the weak sauce item is always in effect. In fact, later on in this battle I missed it a couple times to get hit with full damage, though I managed to get the item used here just before his attack. Remember to try to block the boss's attack by using the right trigger and watching his health bar below his character model for it to flash just before his attack. Once it flashes, pull the right trigger and you should block, and during his final form you can even counterattack with the proper timing. Also worth noting is that you can block at any time, so even if you're navigating a character's attacks or items menu, you can still block with those open. If you already have the Immortal achievement, you don't have to worry about a character dying during this battle, as you will still get the silent but deadly achievement regardless of how many of your characters are alive at the end when you win. You can also give your characters the lightning juice item to increase the speed of their attack charge, and this will assist you in keeping the flow of battle in your favor. Since you only get 5 of these items, use the first 3 on all of your characters, then the remaining 2 on Tycho and your character, as Gabe's speed is the highest of the 3. If 2 characters are about to have their regular attack charged, you want to queue up the one with the fastest speed stat first, so the time the second character attacks is spent on the quickest recharge. So if Gabe is about to have his attack charge and your character or Tycho is also ready, wait for Gabe and have him attack first, followed by your character. So right now we're sitting at about 27,000 hit points with the silent one, about 5,000 off from his third and final form. Now if you're watching his health bar, or his avatar on the top right, you'll notice that the extra mild weak sauce item is just about to click out. There it goes. And so he does an attack, unfortunately I block it, and after I get a couple attacks going with Gabe the player and Tycho here, I'm just going to get Gabe going, followed by Tycho, my player, And then while Gabe's charging, I'm just going to quickly throw in another extra amount of weak sauce, so the next time that the Silent One attacks, he won't be able to do as much damage as he did in the first time there. And even though we missed this block here, he only did 1 to 5 damage, followed by a successful block in this next attack. Ciao. Right now, we're just going to do a couple more attacks, and that'll bring the Silent One down to his 3rd and final form, which happens at roughly 22,000 hit points. So we're just going to get one more swap from my character there, and there we go. Switching over. In this form, when the Silent One performs his swatting maneuver, Personal Attention, he'll focus on just one character, in this case, Gabe. You can actually counterattack this move if you pull the trigger just before he hits you with his trunk. If you fail to block the attack, you'll reduce your attack power and you'll have to use the strength beverage to bring your character's attack back up. It's usually a good sign if you can get to the final form of Tycho having around 300 HP. If the Silent One is using his Personal Attention attack on him, you want to be on top of the counterattack since he'll take the most damage of the 3 characters. If necessary, use defense boosting items to keep him around as long as possible. Tycho just used another extra mild weak sauce on the boss, and we're going to have to increase the attack power on Gabe after we do this counter attack, which is nice and successful fortunately for us. And you may notice that Thomas Kempler just recharged, so we're going to actually activate him to keep the combo going in our favor. And shortly after that, you'll see that Fuchsia is going to recharge as well, and we're going to be using her in a second too. Just as Fuchsia comes out here to do her rainbow attack, you'll notice that the extra mild weak sauce item on the Silent One is just about to wear off. And there it goes. So we're going to have to queue up with Tycho our final weak sauce item. Once you run out of weak sauce items to reduce his attack power, you'll want to start using the Siege brand Armor Eater to reduce his defense, which I feel will help out more than reducing his speed. Again, you'll want to keep an eye on his health bar to ensure that there's always some sort of item reducing his attack or defense, while managing any speed or attack items for your characters. If one character is getting especially beat up by the Silent One, use a defense boost on him so that that character can stay in the battle as long as possible. So the final extra mild weak sauce just wore off, so we're going to queue up a Siege brand Armor Eater to reduce his defense, but you have to keep in mind that this means that you'll be taking more damage from his attacks, especially if you don't block properly. That being said, you can always use some defense increase items on yourself, although right here I'll be using some lightning juice on both myself and Tycho, while leaving the increased attack power of Gabe alone since his speed is more than adequate. So now we're on the home stretch. He has only got a little bit over 10,000 hit points left, and we'll be able to just take him out using the same techniques we've been using the whole time. Trying to get down the timings for that counterattack is also crucial, as the time that's spent counterattack is also time spent charging up your other character's attack powers. Unfortunately, I didn't actually block that properly. I only got a partial block, but still that's enough to get you to lose your attack power on the character that the Personal Attention is used upon. So that attack right there only did 100 damage because it was reduced, but we'll get Tycho to use the attack increase power on Gabe and get everything back up to the status quo. Complete with counterattack, which is nice. Down to 5,000, so really we're just down to the last little bit here. Should be just a few more attacks and we're good to go. Everyone's health here is pretty good. Unfortunately, Gabe's been getting the brunt of it, but then again, since he has the most HP out of all the characters, I'm glad that the Silent One decided to pick on him rather than anyone else. Just a couple more hits. So in closing, the key is starting off the battle with all of your hot toddies and dynamite. You may even want to save up some of your explosive clown noses as well. Following that, have all your support characters handy, and hit the Silent One with extra mild weak sauce and Siege brand Armor Eaters. Combine that with some good blocks and counterattacks against the Personal Attention attack, and you should get the Silent but Deadly achievement with little trouble at all. Good luck, and for more daily achievement videos, go to www.achievementhunter.com.